beautiful souls. Today I want to talk about paying attention to the signs and how to interpret signs. Signs are ways that the universe, God, the Great Spirit, the Creator, the Great Mystery, tries to connect to us. And whatever signs you're paying attention to, those are the signs that your guides and God will use to connect with you. Some people pay attention to numbers, numerology. Each number has its own frequency and its own meaning. Some people find feathers. The color of feather that you find often has specific meaning, and depending on the color, will have a message for you. Other people find coins, and often these coins have significant dates on them. Other people hear songs at opportune times, often if they're connected to a departed loved one. Other people smell scents from loved ones who have crossed over to remind them that they're still around. There's lots of different ways to receive signs. What I always recommend for people is to identify the signs that you're paying attention to, create the language, and let your guides know that that's how you want to communicate. And another thing that you can do is create what I call a symbol diary, where you have unique symbols that have specific meaning for you. And we can create our own language and our own dialogue with spirit. It's up to us to create the language and then pay attention to the signs. So when I say a symbol diary, maybe start with just 3 symbols that have specific meaning for you. Just to give some examples, when I see symbols in readings, I see the candle flame. And when the candle flame is very high and it's not being blown around, that indicates that person, for me, the message for me, my symbolic meaning is that person is connected to their higher self. They're connected to their spirituality, and they're integrating their higher self beliefs into their words, actions, behaviors, and personality. Another symbol that I see a lot is the key and the lock. If the key is in the lock and the key's not turning, that person has a lot of potential that they're not unlocking. When I see the key and it's turning, and I often see doors opening into darker rooms, and I see light shining into darker rooms, that's a sign that person is unlocking their potential, doing their work, doing their shadow work, and unlocking any barriers that might be within them. And then I use different colored hearts that have specific meaning for me. But what I recommend as far as symbols, pick 3 symbols that have meaning for you. Identify a meaning, assign a meaning, and wait for those symbols to show up. Sometimes you'll see them with your physical eyes. Sometimes when you're around people, that symbol might pop into your mind. That's another way that we can create a strong link to our higher self, our spirit guides, and get information about other people through symbols. So, identify the signs that you want to use to communicate, and then trust what shows up. Don't second guess the signs. That's the other challenge, is to get the head chatter out of the way. Did I make that up? Was that real? Was that really meant for me? Those things keep us from connecting to our higher self and our spirit guides. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and think about identifying the signs that have meaning for you and pay attention to them when they show up.